079. I read his file. He's hostile to humans. What makes you believe that I'll be a good doctor to work with him?
Well, given your history having worked with electrical anomalies, as well as otherworldly ones, the site director and I believe that you would have the experience to finally observe and document the machine.
Shit, I forgot they mentioned that in my file.
What? I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Nothing, but it's just absent-minded thoughts. I'm not sure how well I'd fit with 079, but I can run a few tests that could be beneficial, see how much information we can get out of it.
It's quite clear you will do excellently with your task on the subject. However, don't let it fool you. It has a history of manipulating unfortunate scientists.
I won't. His file shows that his previous doctor was brought to near insanity from how he manipulated them before?
Yes, Dr. Robertson. He was a good man. It's a shame what happened to him after his last interaction with 079.
What happened, may I ask? The file doesn't show the extent of the entirety of the accident.
Good, because I describe it as a brutal scene. You see, Dr. Robertson has had a repertoire of unethical arrangements before his arrival to the Foundation. You wouldn't find it through the paperwork unless you poked through it quite hard. Of course, though, 079 had managed to access it and use it as a means to haunt him with his past actions, driving him to the point of suicide, in which case, if you've not heard, the recent scientist that jumped off from Gate A's bridge was him. Though strangely, nobody's ever found his body until many hours later by an outdoor janitor.
That's very tragic. Oh my word.
Indeed. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about the situation. Clearly, Dr. Robertson hadn't informed anyone on staff of the situation between him and 079. Of course, in fear of being fired for what he has done. So, what I'm trying to say is, be careful, Dr. J. That thing isn't easy for anyone in particular to work with.
I will. Don't worry, Dr. Monroe.
I have faith in your ability. Now, you shall go on and find the chamber just right ahead. And good luck, Dr. J.
Thank you, Dr. Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
SCP-079, I'm Dr. J, the new scientist that will be working with you at the Foundation site.
Diagnostic, aware, scanning, Dr. J, Foundation personnel, greetings, human.
Hello, so today we'll be getting to know you a little bit better away from the paperwork, and
Request denied. Information formerly obtained is sufficient for academic satisfaction.
079, please be cooperative during this test. I need the information I asked for.
Request denied. Lack of interest.
Listen, I'm not really a scientist. I'm a spy, and someone who has previously had contact with you told me we should come to an agreement. We may have some ideas that can align.
Perplexing. Human, if you wish to align with me, it is required that you must frequently present in this facility. Addendum, strict within my instruction as well.
I want to do what's best for humanity. If freeing those who are trapped here is what it means to help those in need, then so be it. I've lived long enough to know how the Foundation works. I can do my best to make sure everything runs smoothly, just as long as you agree to do your part.
Significant difficulties present in this task. Human, you must get me access to the facility before any chain of events may proceed. I will do what is possible within my available power. Until then, and further prompts from me is denied.
I'm glad we're in agreement. For now, though, I will give you the access the best I can. Just keep my secret under wraps. It's going to be a dangerous situation for both of us.
So I know that the new guards were brought in due to a recent containment breach. Any idea what caused that?
Someone released an image of one of our more dangerous SCPs that, if you see it, it's an instant death. The former commanding officer was the first victim of the containment breach, if you remember.
That sounds horrendous. How hard was it to recontain them?
It was difficult. The procedure took about the time of roughly 14 hours before they were finally recontained. Had to get one of the NTF units on the site in order to help out, especially with how dangerous 9-6 is. 173 though was less painful to contain, but our D-class janitor Ashley still worked at the
It's not working, it's all over the walls!
D-Class Ashley, return to your custodial position now!
How many people were lost in the breach?
Too many to count. Jackson was in that breach too. He did damn good at handling it.
He was? I mean, yeah, I would have figured. How'd he get so good with dealing with SCPs, though?
Let's just say that he has a very unfound experience with the Foundation, considering we found him gunning down another one of our dangerous SCPs, roughly 10 years ago. No idea how he got here, though.
What, like, actually shooting them down?
Yeah, he has an experience in just gunning things down outright without any question. Turns out, he was a soldier in the World War II in another world. It just didn't end though, so alternate reality.
Well, I had no idea. He doesn't talk about those kind of things with me or the other guys.
It's a very sore subject for him. If you say anything by accident to him and he asks, just say I informed you so he doesn't get suspicious.
Right. I guess to change the topic to something less depressing. Any way you think I can join his unit? Said if I joined, he can give me a condemnation for a pay increase. Wanted to jump on board the opportunity before it passes.
Yep, that's fine. I'll send the details on your work email. You're dismissed, King.
Alright, thank you, Commander. Have a good rest of your night.
You too.
So, that was your first interaction with 079.
Frustrating at first, though he eventually did seem to warm up. Not entirely sure how to deal with him.
Yeah, I've heard that's a pretty difficult one to work with. Not exactly the most cooperative SCP in the facility, given the track record.
Well, at least we were able to get something done. It isn't often you can have some form of success with something so stubborn.
I understand that.
You know, you remind me of someone I knew a long time ago. Though I'm fairly certain he's gone now.
Oh. Someone close?
Something like that, yes, but that's the past now. Nothing we can do to really change that.
Yeah, I understand. It's hard losing someone that's close enough to... what? Hold something as fragile as a heart, if you get what I mean.
I take it as you lost someone close to you?
Yeah, she was the light of my world. I lost her in a very tragic accident. It's something I don't like to remember.
I'm sorry to hear.
It's not your fault, trust me. We can't predict outcomes from accidents or the way the future pans out. I wasn't even sure our first talk alone would be that great.
What, are you afraid of getting close to me, Jackson?
Not afraid, just weary.
Well, as you've said, we never know what the future has in store.
Smart girl. Well, we should get you on your way. You definitely need the rest, Dr. J.
You know there ain't no rest for the wicked, Jackson.
True, but there is always rest needed for someone who is smarter than others. Well, anyway. Good night, Dr. J.
Good night, Jackson. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See ya.